Hello and congratulations, you're on to video number 4. This will be the last one in this series. I'm going to be sharing some basic business tips to really help you get going. Also, I have a lot to cover in this video, and so it may be more than 15 minutes, so plan accordingly because I know the last few we have been able to keep under that 15-minute mark. Alright, so by now, hopefully your kit has arrived, or maybe you're a fast starter and it still hasn't arrived yet. That's okay. We can still cover all of this because the information is also located online. Okay, so if your kit's here, be sure you're diving in and checking it all out. When I joined, I'd only tried a few samples. So I was really trying everything in the kit. There are spatulas provided, so you can use those to keep stuff sanitary because you want to have the stuff in your kit to use for your first few parties. And then after you host a few times yourself, you can use that host cash to refill stuff in your kit, or maybe you want to add a few things in your kit and take some things out. Totally up to you. All right, so I do want to share with you how lemongrass got started if you haven't heard that story yet. So inside the front cover of the catalog, there's usually a short clip with that and a picture. In this catalog, it's Heidi and her family. There's usually a picture of some combination of them there. There is also a short video on YouTube, actually. It's like 2 minutes long, and Heidi shares her story and what kind of sets us apart from other companies. So if you haven't seen that or you want more information, let me know and I will get those to you. All right. But you always want to share a little bit of lemongrass at your events, however you're doing them, whether that's Facebook or in person. So here's just kind of one example of what you could say. Heidi Lease, our owner and founder, was searching for cleaner and safer products for her family. She had one young daughter and a second one on the way. And when she couldn't find products that met her standards, she decided to start making some of her own. She was handcrafting these products over 17 years ago in her home. And even though they've moved the production out of her home, the products are still handcrafted and hand packaged here in the U.S. The company's mission stays the same: to provide natural, effective products that are both purposeful and indulgent. These products remain affordable so that the whole family can benefit from them. We'd love to see these products in everyone's household, and we also ship to APO addresses so those serving overseas can benefit from these amazing products as well. And you can fix that how you would like. You just want to keep it to a minute or two there. I will address this as I've gotten questions over the years. Lemongrass Spa, the name, how did it come about? Usually it's people are like thinking lemongrass scent is in all of our products, and it's not. It's in a few, but lemongrass was Heidi's favorite scent, and so that's just what she picked. Okay, so you worked through filling your calendar, and most likely that means you have some upcoming parties to do. So what should you take to your party? Well, first, let's talk about what you shouldn't take. I know when I started out, I was kind of overpacking and taking several bags, and it was a little overwhelming. Let's not do that. It's not duplicatable, and it makes it look like it's a lot of work. It ends up kind of hurting your back and your shoulders as you're toting all of that stuff in. So if you grab the black lemongrass bag, that's the one bag you need to take. to your events as you start practicing these parties and finding your fit and what works for you. If you didn't grab the lemongrass bag, I'm sure you can find another good size tote, or some people get the rolling cases to take. And that's all you want to do, because again, you're practicing and you want this to look fun and easy for your guests and for your host, especially your host, because 70 to 75% of hosts end up joining, so they could be your next teammate. We talked about that in video 3, right? Okay, so getting a feel for what products people love, their feedback, their questions, and sharing your favorite products is what this whole process is about. And you just want to keep it fun and easy. Don't make this look harder than it is. And plus, if you're not having fun, it's not worth doing, right? All right. Our kits, as they're shown in the back of the catalog here, are designed to have everything that you need. They are our top selling products, and it's what most people are going to want to check out, or more or less what they need in their lives. Okay, so outside of the kit, you may want to toss in like a bliss box or maybe like a seasonal product or scent, but you don't need one of everything. And remember, you want to be making money at this. That's what it's all about, is putting some cash in your pocket. So keep everything in one bag. You can take your purse if you need to. This also helps keep you organized. And so when you're ready to head out to a party, you know you need to grab that one bag and you are ready to go. Now, there are a few extra things you want to toss into your bag. Pens. Make sure that they work as well. Order forms. You received some of those in your kit along with the catalogs. And always toss in some extra order forms, because people will make mistakes. We'll have surprise guests show up. And then catalogs. You want one for each guest if at all possible, maybe a few extras. Typically 10 to 12 is usually good, but be sure to check with your host the day before for a head count, because who knows, maybe she has more than 12. I would say typically what I see is in attendance, you're looking at the 5 to 7 range. Sometimes you'll have less, sometimes you'll have more. Okay, so arriving at the party, you're going to take your bag, and if you want to take your purse in, you sure can. The purse is handy because you will probably want to have a little bit of change on hand for those people that want to pay in cash. You don't have to have a ton, but have a little bit of something on hand. Ask your host where she's going to have guests sit, and sometimes she might ask you too. She might have 2 options and ask you what's better. And then where can you set up your items? Where's she going to be having snacks if she's going to be having snacks? It's usually a good idea to display the products either around where people will be sitting or where the food is at. You decide. You also want it kind of be like where there's a good flow, where people can kind of walk around too. The setup and the party flow I am going to share with you only requires what is in your kit. So you will want to take the prebiotic hand wash and the body polish. You can either do one or both of the body polishes that are in the kit and put them by the kitchen sink or the bathroom sink. Again, discuss with your host which is better option for her. The rest of the items from your kit you'll want to set up in the seating area, wherever that might be. If you want to set a few by the food, you certainly can do that as well. So as guests are arriving, the host can greet them at the door. She can point them, suggest that they put down their purse and their phone in a certain seat, but then make sure she sends them to you at the sink. So you'll be at the sink waiting for them and chat with them and get to know them And as you have a few there at the seat or at the sink, go through the first steps of the hand spa with the prebiotic hand wash and the body polish. And if you haven't used either of those products, I do have a video I can share with you, so you can kind of have an idea on that and how to share those. So you just want to do the hand wash and the body polish at first, have them dry their hands, answer any questions that they might have, and then direct them to get a drink and go grab a seat where they left their purse. And while they're sitting there waiting for the rest to arrive, they can sample some of the lotions. So you'll have the 4 2-ounce lotions and then the 4 body icings from your kit there where they can sample and find out their favorite ones. And at this time, if the host has welcomed everybody, then she can start chatting with their guests as well. So there isn't any like weird downtime at all here. And everybody's just kind of having fun and relaxing. So doing it this way, this tends to help those arriving early and those arriving late. It kind of fills in that gap. And then this can all be done in like 10-15 minutes. And once everybody's gone through and had the body polish and all that, they can take a seat and you can start your presentation. If you'd like, you can do an icebreaker or a game at this time. It's totally up to you and your preference on how you want. A simple thing you can do is introductions, go around, thank your host for gathering everybody and just share your appreciation for her. If she happened to book off of someone else, say this is like your second or third party, point out who she booked off of and mention that that gal is going to get $20 to spend today. It's a nice little seed to drop in there. And then as you do introductions, if you want to ask them a question, say what's the best vacation you've ever taken, because when it comes back to you, then you can tie in the spa trip and mention how you're excited to be able to shoot for the spa trip. Then like I mentioned, you're going to want to tie in you at the end. So you could be talking about the spa trip, maybe share why you joined, why you stay, or what difference lemongrass has made in your life. Again, keep this short, 1 to 2 minutes. And this is also where you can share in the history of lemongrass if you would like, as we talked earlier. Don't talk too long, as most of the people are going to forget this anyways, so just keep it short and simple. As you move towards chatting about the products, you can use like a product bingo game, or if you just want to talk about your top 5 favorites or your host's top 5 products that are in the kit, you can certainly do that. Using the products in the kit is ideal, again, because you have the wow factor guide that came in your kit, and so this gives you the talking points about those products. And so as you highlight them, you can just mention 1 or 2 things, ask questions of your guests, again, to bring out conversation. What are they struggling with, and things like that. If you don't have an answer, that's okay. Write it down or put it in your phone as a reminder and just say, is it okay if I follow up with you later, because I'm not 100% sure on that. And then figure out the best way to contact her. This is amazing. I do it all the time. I still do it today. So as you work through chatting back and forth on the products, you can point out the born on date of the products, and share how they're still handcrafted, and they typically last 6 months to a year, because they are fresh, clean, and natural. They don't have an extended lifespan. I do like to point out the ultimate facial set, so I take all of those out, bundle those up, all 6 products, and share about how that's a host favorite, because they can grab that at half price, and it's an amazing deal. That face kit, most of the products will last 4 to 6 months. Some of them actually last up to a year because you use so little of it. And then you can even mention, say what the host wants, how she's going to be able to grab this for free, sharing with everyone tonight. So just have fun with it. If there was one particular product that made you fall in love with lemongrass, you want to make sure you pull that out and share your story. Stories are what sell, and so as you move along through this journey, you want to collect those stories. Your stories, other consultant stories, customer stories, and have stories on the products and what those products can do. There are great stories in our catalog as well, whether it's from the consultant highlights or the product descriptions themselves. Right in the middle of the book too, our giving back campaigns have some great stories to share there as well. Alright, gotta catch up with my notes here. Open it up for them to try and smell the products. You may even want to pass around a product or two as you're discussing those early on, but don't pass everything around. Just let that stay for the end where they can jump in. Suggest that they use the order form as their wish list. There's a couple reasons for this. The duplication of the thing is so then you know what they might be interested in the future. And we'll go more into this later as well. So all you gotta say is fill out the top section, write down your items as you wish. Just don't put any pricing whatsoever, because you can help them later possibly save some money on those items. And if you want to toss in there about how you're not going to make them buy anything, you certainly can do that. Share with them how you will chat later to help save them some money, because we still have some great bundles and some great specials as well. And if you're not able to purchase today, we can chat still. Just be sure to fill out the top section. So then you're kind of wrapping it up, answering questions. Don't go into a lot of detail with certain personal questions, like if they're asking about a facial set for them. Just be like, hey, can we chat at checkout later and I'll customize a set for you. So then as you're wrapping it up, thank the host again. Show your love and appreciation for her for sharing Lemongrass Spa and gathering everyone. And then thank everybody for coming and for their time in joining you. Now I will let you know, I'll keep trying all of these products here, and host name Sally can share more with you about what she loves and the items on her wish list. I want to be respectful of your time, plus get you the best deal possible. So if you're needing to go because you have a babysitter at home or another place to get to, I will take you first and help you finalize your order. Join me over here so we can talk, whether it's a color match, correct facial products, whatever it might be. The rest of you just relax, chat, test out all the products you would like. And then you will want to tie in a way, maybe like at the end of that, if you want to be like, hey, let's stay in touch. I'm on Facebook here, or do you want to sign up for my newsletter? You can just throw that in there if you would like. So then you leave everybody there to chit chat, and then you have a spot set up, like 2 chairs, or maybe you're at the kitchen table for your checkout. You want to have your own personal catalog and have some notes in there because we do have some customizable bundles and sets in there, so you want to know how they work. There's the Glamour Eye Set, the 5-piece makeup set, the face kits, the lip balms are mix and match. So just kind of be aware of those and make notes in your own catalog and keep that with you. And this will also help them save some money or build a bigger bundle for them to get the best deal. So then through checkout, you will want to make sure that the top of their order form is filled out. Look through their list. If it's long, this might be where you suggest that they sign up as a consultant, or maybe they want to host, and this is a great time to tie in that their host would receive $20 at their event. And this too, so if they are interested in hosting, ask if you can pencil in a date with them and ask them, does October or November work better for you? They say October, wonderful. Do you prefer a weeknight or a weekend? Weekend, perfect. I have these 2 dates available, October 5th and October 20th. Which would work better for you and your friends? October 5th, perfect. So then you just make a little note on the order form, and then make sure you find out her preferred method of contact so you can reach out with her and say that we'll just work on the details of your event, and then pick a date that you want to follow up with her, and if that works for her. Maybe you need a date and a time, really just kind of depends there. If they are interested in joining, this is another thing to jot down on the form. See if they're interested in listening to a take a look call. They can either join in on a live one if you know when the next live one is, or there is recorded ones that they can listen to, so you could pass that along. Maybe you just they want to meet up and ask you some more questions. So pick a date so you can meet up for coffee and chit chat. This is nothing formal whatsoever. Remember, you know more about it than they do. Or maybe you're going to feel more comfortable getting them and you on a call with your director, whether that's me or somebody else, and get those questions answered. So just determine a preferred method of contact and when is a good time to follow up with her. Because here's the thing, sometimes they might be like really interested and ready to go. Other times they might want to have you follow up with them in a month or 2. So the other thing, the order form walks through the shipping charges, so be familiar with that. Also, if you want to play in the back office to see how all that works, you can. Be aware of sales tax. So if you're in Nebraska, the products and the shipping are taxable. This is a state law. It's not anything we made up. Sometimes I get questions because not all companies follow this law, but it is required by the state of Nebraska that tax is on our shipping and our products. So you just want to check out ahead of time what the sales tax is in your area, and we have some ways to do that if you're not aware of. So let's go through, because that was a lot, let's go through review of the checkout process. So as they come over, be nice, compliment them, whether you compliment them on the products that they put on their list, compliment them on their clothing, earrings, questions that they ask during the party, because that might be somebody who's your next host or your next team member. And then review that list with them. And remember to tell them that that's their wish list. They don't have to buy everything on there today if they don't want to. And then build the sale. See what they're most interested in. Check for any bundles. So bundles, the Glamour Eye Set, there's 2 eyeshadows and a mascara. So check to see, do they have 2 eyeshadows already on there? They could get the mascara and save some money. Do they have an eyeshadow and a mascara? Maybe toss in another eyeshadow. Another one is the Loving Care gift set is an amazing bundle. So if they have the Ultra Hydrating Body Cream and Healing Elements, suggest the Loving Care gift set because they can get that skin and nail balm tube on there, and there's like a $5 savings on that kit. So as you work through that, ask them if they had fun tonight. Did they enjoy the hand spa? How are their hands feeling? Do they think their friends would have fun doing this as well? You maybe get some no's, and that's okay. If they say no, I have a really small house, suggest maybe a virtual party. If you get a no and you don't know how to respond to it, that's okay. Keep that in the back of your mind. After she gets finalized and walks away, write it down on her sheet. You can reach out to your upline or director, and they'll probably be able to help you with some way to reconnect with her and turn that no into a yes. For those that say yes, then that's awesome. Get that date on there as we talked about earlier, and finalizing those details at a later date. Payment information, cash or check. That means you get paid with your commission up front. Credit card, we take everything except for American Express, and you just, once those get processed, you get paid the 10th of the following month. Home office covers the fees, so it's a great option for people if they want to use a credit card. Don't worry about that at all. So then as you get it all finalized, thank them for their order, thank them for joining you. Be sure to offer that they take home a catalog, or maybe you have the smaller Host and Join brochure. Maybe you have the take a look brochure about the business opportunity. Give them something to take home. It's all on what you want to invest. Don't send them home with everything, but something is good because you never know. They might want to share it with somebody else, but they're just not telling you that just yet. If they've been a amazing guest, ask a lot of questions, maybe they are asking business questions or a lot of product questions, they may be an ideal candidate for your next teammate. And so you may just want to suggest chatting with them at a later time to see if it might be a good fit for them. As I mentioned, maybe it's not going to be in there for them right now, but maybe it will be in a month or two. So keep those relationships going. Now, if you have some guests who don't want to purchase, that's totally okay. We offer the pampering and the learning experience, and some people just like to process stuff as well, or maybe it's not their payday. That's okay. As we mentioned, have everybody fill out the top section. Maybe they want to host in a month or two, or they're thinking about joining in a month or two. It's a good time to set up a time to chat with them later. You might even want to do an incentive for everybody that fills out the top section. You'll do a drawing later, whether you give a little travel size body polish or an info kit. It's what you decide you want to invest. You don't have to do a drawing, but if you want to, you certainly can. The nice thing is you can add that on to their order or the host's party order as you're submitting them as a little nice extra there. Okay, so that's the party flow and checkout. Just know that we have so much support on how to do a party. So chat with your upline or your director if you have other ideas you'd like to try, because there's a lot floating out there that you may have already heard of with facials, foot soaks, and other things. We can definitely get you some ideas, but this is designed to help you with your first few parties as you practice. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit overwhelming if you are packing up a ton of stuff and going in to do a party and trying to remember everything. Plus, we have amazing home office staff that's going to fill in any gaps. So as you're putting in your party order, make sure you reach out. And we're all here learning together. So ask the questions, because if you don't know, then somebody can find out the answer and we all learn together. Don't feel like a bother whatsoever, because you're not. And you don't have to know everything that you're doing right now. Be open to learning and growing with us. Just be sure to ask all of your questions. We will work through it and get you to the right person to help you. Be sure to make note of customer service contact information. It's on the back of the catalog, and then in your new consultant guide, on the inside of the back cover, it has the contact information and the hours they're open. So I do want to point this out. This is in your kit, and it gives you extra detail into stuff that ties into these videos. So as you're going through, whether it's making your list, your launch parties, who to invite, bookings, and all of that stuff, make sure you are tying this in with these videos as well. We have so much other stuff as well, but know that those people who show up are going to be the ones that go up. So be sure to take advantage of all of the trainings, from these videos to Lemongrass University to the monthly training calls that home office offers. Those are sent out each month. There's a calendar of those scheduled events. They're also located in Lemongrass University. If you can't find it, make sure you reach out to your upline or your director. And then join in the conversation in our team page, the Born to Fly team page, because we can all learn from each other, and learning from each other is usually the best option. So those who show up and do the task are most likely to promote, earn the spa trips, and design the life they've dreamed about living. So again, congratulations, you've completed the 4 videos. We're so excited for the journey that awaits you. Can't wait to hear how your first few parties are going. Make sure you share that, whether that's with your upline, your director, or in the team Facebook page. Share those exciting things, or even if you have a struggle or something crazy happened. I know I've had those experiences, so be sure to share. Get ready to meet some incredible friends along the way, because these people at these parties, some of them are going to become your friends along the way. It's an amazing thing I never thought about or was expecting. And then be ready to put some cash in your pockets, because that's what we are here to do. I mean, yes, we want to educate about the products, but we want to earn some cash too, and it's totally okay, ladies. That's what we're here for. Like, we deserve to earn money just as much as the next person, so don't feel bad about that whatsoever. Somebody once shared that the service we provide, we're just rewarded with some Benjamins. So be grateful, and when you come from a serving place, it's okay to accept the money for the exchange of these wonderful products. So your last tasks are fun. First up, what's your dream with Lemongrass Spa? This is a great time to create a dream board or a vision board, and if you haven't heard what those are, you're not really sure, I have a few videos I can share with you, or you can Google it or go look on Pinterest. Your second task, set up it's time to chat with your upline or your director about some goals. Decide, do you want to go the slow and steady path, or are you just ready to launch? So excited about your journey ahead, and cannot wait to see where this journey takes you and what's next. So thank you so much for checking out these videos, and can't wait to share some more awesome stuff with you. Have fun. Bye, guys.